put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, viewers. It is 7:48 a.m. and welcome back to the Tobago Updates morning show, coming to you here live from the Port Mall in Scarborough, Tobago. In this segment, viewers, we are chatting with Brian Thomas, and we're speaking pan Trinbago. We're talking pan, steel pan or national instrument. And Brian is the chairman of Pan Trinbago Tobago region. Good morning to you and welcome on set.
Hi, good morning, Julian. How are you this morning?
Fine, thank you. And how are you doing?
Well, I'm good. I am good. Excited to be here to share the good news of steel band music.
And I know once you talk steel band, this is your thing. Right up your alley. This time around, we're speaking pan in the 21st century. I wanted to give us a little insight into, we haven't heard of this for a little while, the genesis behind it and so on, the celebration this time around in 2023.
Well, pan in the 21st century, and before I go there, let me just mention that we also had pan down memory lane, which the prelims ended last week. That's for the single pan bands, and we have Metro Stars out of Tobago qualifying for the finals. For pan down memory lane, they are playing non-calypso songs in calypso tempo. So it's like a bomb song. So congratulations to Metro Stars for qualifying for the finals. So pan in the 21st century, it's on this Sunday the 4th of June. Pan in the 21st century have been not done for 13 years now. The last time they had it was in 2010. So this year it's back on it. It's playing a song that is not a calypso, playing a pop song, your reggae, your slows, anytime from 2000 to present. So this is an opportunity for the younger ones to hear and the population to hear pan in a different light other than Panorama.
All right. So this time around, tell us from the Tobago region, how many will be participating, and then when is the final scheduled for after this Sunday?
So we have 4 bands participating in the prelims this Sunday. Namely, we have RBC Redemption Songsetters, we have Our Boy Steel Orchestra, we have West Side Symphony and Cats and Jammers Steel Orchestra.
All right. And, let's just pull back up on screen there because I see this is where, as a reminder to those pan lovers will already know, but people who, probably now starting to follow pan will know that you need to get to the pan.
Yes.
And the panyard. Tell us a little bit about that.
So it's also judging in the panyard, and we have 2 small changes to the schedule. We'll be starting at 7 p.m. instead of 6.
Right.
And also we have a change in the appearance, which we're going to be starting at Redemption Songsetters.
Right.
That's in Bethel, Montgomery. Then we head to Our Boys Steel Orchestra at 4th Street. And then we go to West Side in Patience Hill, and we end off at Cats and Jammers in Black Rock.
All right, so that change is important to note. So the start time is now 7 p.m. So you're starting at Redemption Songsetters,
yes.
Then to?
Our Boys,
right.
Then to West Side in Patience Hill, and Cats and Jammers in Black Rock. And let me just note that Cats and Jammers are 2-time winners in this competition. So there is something that they are going back to see if they can regain that championship again.
All right. I know you said it didn't take place for a while, but tell us about the significance. Why the return in 2023?
Well, the president of Pan Trinbago, Miss Beverly Ramsey Moore, saw it fit that a competition like this should be also on the calendar. We are accustomed to just a major competition in Pan just for Panorama. So it's an opportunity to hear Pan on a different note, on a different light. The music of pan and the instrument can play anything, and you will be surprised to know how these songs come across on the steel pan. So, and other than that, this year the pan in the 21st century is in honor of the late Patrick Arnold that buried last week. So we are also going to have the Patrick Arnold Challenge Trophy. So those are the significant things for bringing back the pan in the 21st century.
I always want to use the opportunity, and I know from where you sit, Brian, it's not just about playing pan, but really mentoring and supporting our young persons and youth development. What do you say to parents out there that probably still have the fear of the traditional vision and views of the panyard versus the development thrust and young people you see moving along a very positive trajectory now in terms of getting involved with the steel pan?
Well, I must say, Julian, that the players in the pan world right now are all youths. So that stigma is breaking. right? But I will still want to encourage the parents that still have that reservation about the pan yard, about the children being in the pan yard and what pan represents. Let me just say this. I am calling on the Minister of National Security and the Minister of Community Development to invest in the steel pan, because steel pan within itself, it's a crime plan. Because when you get your youths in the pan tent at a certain hour for 3 to 4 hours per day, they don't have the time to make the mischief. They go on the streets and involve in things that are illegal. So you can use steel pan as a vessel to combat crime. So I'm calling on the Minister of National Security, to invest in the steel bans, and also the Minister of Culture, Community Development, to also, help in that aspect.
All right, so I'm also seeing here on your flyer 12 conventional bands, 12 single pan bands, and that would be the grand finals that's carded for Sunday, the 11th of June, correct?
Yes, so the finals will be at the Queen's Park Savannah next week, Sunday, the 11th of June, where we'll have 12 bands from the Pan Dung Memory Lane, which we already have one Tobago band inside the finals, and then we have the 4 are vying for a spot in the finals also next week, Sunday. Tickets, general, are $200. Special reserve of $400, and the show starts at 6 p.m.
All right, so it's important for persons to remember this Sunday from 7 p.m. right here in Tobago at your pan side. Remind them of the 4.
Right,
the
so
4
we
bands.
are starting at RBC Redemption Songsetters at Montgomery, Bethel, at 7 p.m. Then we head to 4th Street for our Boy Steel Orchestra, and we head to Patient Hill for West Side Symphony, and we end off at Black Rock with Cats and Jammers Steel Orchestra.
All right, I think it's a good time for us to get a taste, folks, in terms of the bands and what would be what we can look forward to. So we should hear some videos coming up there. These would be the songs that would have been selected.
These are the songs. So there are non-traditional songs that you will not normally hear on the steel pan. Yes. So I think the bands did well in choosing the type of songs to play in this competition.
All right, so we look forward to hearing those song selections from our 4 Tobago bands here. Want to tell us a little bit about the choices?
So RBC Redemption song is playing Toast by Coffee.
Right.
That should be interested. Cats and Jammers is going with a traditional love song we usually play in weddings. I can't remember the name of that song right now. West Side, it goes with Bruno Mars. Most of the bands in Trinidad also playing that Bruno Mars.
Right.
That is Keep the Door Open. Right? And our boys is with Irresistible from Alicia Keys.
All right. Certainly the combination of tunes there. I'm hoping that our technical team will give me those tunes so that we get it in the mix. Before we close this morning, your reminder to persons out there in terms of coming out and support, your closing words.
Right. So I will like the public, Tobago public, the pan supporters and people who want to experience what it's like to come out this Sunday, 7 p.m. At the various pan tents, to witness the return of pan in the 21st century after 13 years. It's the return of pan in the 21st century. So come and support your bands and good luck to the bands going forward for qualification into the finals.
All right, very quickly, I'm seeing contact information for Pan Tobago, persons who may wish to get in contact.
So to get in contact with Pan Tobago, the numbers are 639-1402. Or you can contact myself at 757-1337.
All right, excellent. Thank you very much there, Brian Thomas, Chairman of Pan Tobago region. As we speak, Pan in the 21st century 2023, right here in Tobago. The qualifying rounds from 7 p.m. this Sunday. And then certainly we look forward to our bands advancing to the grand finals that takes place the following Sunday. That's Sunday the 11th of June in Trinidad. So certainly we're calling on all of Tobago, come out and support, ensure that you support our bands really doing amazing work. Viewers, we want to say a thank you once again again for choosing the Tobago Updates morning show. It's Friday the 2nd of June, 2023. Yes, in case you haven't realized it, we are 6 months into 2023, and this time just seems to be running. But certainly we continue to give God thanks that we are alive, to be able to appreciate and to really welcome all that this world has to offer. But more importantly, we want to remind you, please keep safe on the outside there and to do your part as we continue to take on our responsibility as responsible citizens here in Tobago and Trinidad and Tobago. Viewers, we thank you once again for choosing the Tobago Updates morning show. Remember to stay tuned, because from here we head on over to Good Morning Tobago. All right. And at this point, we head on over to Tobago Notes. Stay tuned.